As you know, I have this best dad ever sign here. And part of that, I'd like to think, is because I fully believe to let my children follow their heart wherever it wants to go.
Yeah.
That I have certain thoughts about what they should do, or in the case of sports, who they should root for. But at the end of the day, choice is theirs. Got to let them fly. And as you know, when I'm not here, there's a best mom ever sign that I believe is somewhere in the desk drawers here. Susie places it here on the desk.
Yes, indeed.
And she is a New Englander. And I married into that family. And when Xander was born, firstborn, oh boy, a lot of Red Sox bibs and Patriots onesies and Celtics pajamas and they all, I mean, it just came in from everywhere.
Great. Beautiful colors.
And, you know, had a, in my estimation, sort of, you know, like a jury pool. You get preemptories. I had one. And I placed my preemptory on the Red Sox. That one was just a bridge too far. Just couldn't have it.
Knock on that.
Just couldn't have it. You know, Celtics, as you know how I felt about James Dolan and how I felt about him for a while. And Patriots, quarterbacked by a Michigan man, I was able to sort of, you know, go with that.
Well, that got you the best dad ever right there.
Well, and also the Jets, as I've like to say, so bad, and the Patriots so good that child services would be called if I'm like, no. You cannot root for a team that your mom roots for and is winning championships, is quarterbacked by Tom Brady. Let me show you about this Ray Lucas fella. Right.
You had to acquiesce on that one.
Right. So that's how Coop's going to go to college, and he'll be like, who are your favorite teams, Coop? And he'll be like, my favorite teams are the Patriots, Celtics, and Yankees, and the Michigan Wolverines. And they'll be just like, who the hell are you? That's it.
That's the way it goes.
So there's influencing, and then there's letting them go. That's it.
I understand.
My very long-winded wind-up to set the stage for Chris Brockman to explain what's going on with beautiful, sweet Cage Brockman, who just turned 4 years of age.
4.
And
had his 4-year-old checkup on Monday.
Great.
Everything's great.
Still top 98%?
Outstanding.
We're 90% on height and weight.
Fantastic.
Looks great.
He's a very healthy boy.
Very.
If I'm not mistaken, last night when I called you, I was hearing the ping of some baseballs.
We were hitting in the backyard.
Because why?
Sign him up for Wii Ball.
Wii Ball.
Basically T-ball, but it's the super lower entry level, first year, 4-year-old.
Okay.
Very excited.
And?
Out in the valley.
And?
Well, they got assigned their teams a couple weeks ago.
Who's he playing for, Chris?
Not great.
Leave out the editorializing.
Oh, sorry.
Just give us the facts.
Sorry,
sir.
all facts.
The facts, sir, is who's he playing for?
He's playing for the Yankees.
Oh. Okay. So.
You want me to give you the rundown of how this all went?
Please.
So
How mad
we
How'd you handle it?
How you think he handled it?
So we realized we found this out. We were like, oh man, it's got to be almost signups for baseball season locally.
By the way, this can't please Sarah either.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay.
So we were like, oh man. So we kind of looked it up locally where we live in the valley, and like, oh, the deadline is tomorrow. Oh, we better get this in right now. So we sign up, and we were looking through the rules, and because it's 4-year-old, it's the first year. There's only a handful of games. They have 4 practices and then 4 games. It's like 2 months long, and then you get placed on a team depending on how many kids sign up. That's how many teams there are. Cool. This is going to be great. And then the guy kind of emails us, and it's like, hey, I'm going to be the coach. Your son was picked for this group. We're still waiting to get our team name, but you can enter in this little form, and you can get what you want the jersey to say and what number you want him to wear. And so we're like, oh, cool. Like, he loves Ronald Acuna. We'll have him be number 13. Like, that's awesome. We'll have Brockman on the back. It's great.
Yeah.
Then, like, a week later, we get the name assignments.
Oh, baby.
And it was like Hey, this is cool. Oh, name assignments. Let's open up the email. Yankees? What? And then
Dingers.
we both kind of look at each other like, oh,
So
are you
now,
kidding me?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm just wondering, did you now have a confab about being one of those parents?
Yes.
To
So
call up whoever's in charge.
I immediately hit reply and I started drafting.
Oh.
And I went,
This is the way you're going to introduce yourself in your first foray into youth sports as a parent in the world.
Well, it was also, this would have been a follow-up because right before that, when the coach sent out the email before the name had been chosen, it was kind of one of those, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, any way I can help, let me know. Played baseball my whole life.
Yes.
Like, I'm here for you.
You're psyched.
I'm here for you, coach.
Yes, you're wide
Any
open.
way I can help. And then the team name gets announced. And then I immediately was like, look, man, Red Sox fan, wife Braves, anyway, like, he's got to be on a different team. And then I was like, I don't immediately want to be that dad.
You can't be.
And look, let's be honest.
You're the adult here.
Let's be honest. He's 4.
Yeah.
Probably not going to remember.
You won't.
Not going to remember it.
But the
Well, he will,
pictures.
'cause all the pictures
But the
will-
pictures
yeah,
last a
they'll
lot.
last
Guess
forever,
what?
yeah.
No pictures with him in a Yankee
Get out of here.
uniform will be hung up in my house.
But they
And if
exist,
they
'cause I've
will
seen
be,
them. But this
and
is
if they
gonna
are,
be his-
they will be photoshopped out.
They'll be his first baseball card, Chris.
Yeah,
First
first
little
card.
Guess
beautiful
what?
Cage Brockman.
And I'll have a blue hat
And
and
what
a
happens-
blue jersey.
Chris,
There'll be
what
no
happens when
NY on any of my son's photos hanging up in my house.
What happens when this team wins the
gaff tape it?
championship this first year?
There's
and
no
they-
championship. They're 4.
But guess what? What, you won't be shooting video of his first hit? Of his first,
Digitally edited.
digitally edited.
You're not
What, are you
gonna
out of
go
your
through all
mind?
that.
What are you out of your
Digitally
mind?
edited.
Every single video, you're standing there and like Cage is going to be running the
And then
first
I'm
for
gonna
the first
go, and I'm
time.
gonna go back.
That's
and
gonna
I'm
be
gonna edit
costly,
out
bro.
the NY.
Scrub it out.
Come on, man.
Are you going to?
How am I gonna? So we have the opening ceremony last Friday, where it's first time to get the jersey, get the hat,
and?
meet all his teammates.
Yes.
There's a couple of kids from his class.
Yes.
Currently who are also in the league, and the dad kind of looks at me and goes, "You don't want a hat?" I'm like, "No, I don't want a hat. I don't want. I'm not wearing a Yankees hat, bro." And then at one point, a mom on another team comes up to me and goes, "See your hat?" Because I was wearing my
You wore
socks.
your Red Sox hat to his first thing as a Yankee?
Stop it.
What do you mean?
Stop it. And then the mom looks at me and goes, "We were in the same boat last year. We didn't hang up any of the pictures in our house." I was like, yes, I got a teammate in this. I will say, however, so we changed number 13 because God forbid my kid is not wearing A-Rod's number. And so we changed. I asked him what number he wanted to wear. I
Yeah.
gave him a couple of options.
Yes.
So we're 5. We're Joe D. And so
Okay.
he does look great. He really looks like a ball player.
In
I'm
pinstripes?
So proud of him.
In pinstripes?
Nope, solid blue.
Where it says Yankees across the chest?
No, it's got the
You
N.
know,
It's
the
got the
NY.
NY.
Oh, the classic.
Even worse. A little less bad than the Yankee. If it was a full-on Yankees, I'd probably demand.
He doesn't. There's no pinstripes, huh?
No pinstripes.
Okay.
Solid. They're 4, Rich. And
What does that mean? You could put a kid in pinstripes. What are you talking about? That makes
Make
no
him look
sense.
taller.
the other
Hold on a
teams in the
second.
league are like Dodgers, Astros. There's a
So
bunch of
to
other teams.
recap,
So
to
Pirates,
recap,
it's fun.
you almost sent the.
I almost.
but you didn't.
I hit reply and I started typing a few words and then I went,
Okay,
Too
so at
early-
least you pulled up stakes
too
on that.
early to be that guy.
Do you realize, again, you must realize by now, and you will if you haven't, but if you don't mind, that parenting sometimes teaches you how to be a better person. You know what I mean?
Not there
Like,
yet.
It teaches you that your child will wind up putting you in situations you would never imagine, and you come through it
True.
as a better human. I think this is one of those situations.
I think I showed great restraint by not doing that. I think if I was earlier in life,
You're growing.
5-10 years ago,
You're
I probably
growing.
would have
No, you're-
fired that off without thinking.
You're growing.
And he'd be on a different team, and
So-
I'd be that guy. But even worse, we went and got him some new cleats.
Okay.
And they're really cool, nice ones. And Sarah didn't even notice until after we got home
Mm-hmm.
that they're Bryce Harper's cleats, which she does.
Oh my goodness!
Not like as a Braves fan,
but it's okay though.
He loves him, and
It's
that's
okay.
all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's a Yankee wearing Bryce Harper's cleats for a Red Sox and Atlanta Braves household.
Yeah.
I think this is absolutely something that you and Sarah can grow from.
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
I don't know.
What if he does start paying attention more to Yankees games?
That's not going to happen.
How is that not possible?
Because they're not going to be on in our house.
How do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
I
have the remote.
He's going to.
Sarah has a remote. Braves Sox all summer.
I understand that.
He's not going to want to watch Yankee games.
But what if there's a highlight pops in and that's the same uniform?
That's my team, Daddy.
Yeah, that's my team, Daddy.
There's my number, Daddy.
That's my number,
He
Daddy.
literally will not put that together. And you're just
How
trying to
do you
get me
know?
wound up.
No,
He's
I'm
and
not.
I'm not
You
taking.
call it wound
I'm
up.
not taking this bait.
Excuse me. You call it wound up. I call it being prepared. These moments
I'm just
could
telling you.
happen, Chris.
By
No
the
matter
way,
how much you're trying to keep your hands on 10 and 2, at some point you just got to let the car drive.
if the first time he says that question, you know what's happening?
No.
My TVs are going in the trash.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
And I will. You know what? I will.
No, you're not. You're having no part in any of this.
I will have. Excuse me.
Because you're going to try to thumb the scale, and that's not going to happen.
Because he's going to want to take pictures with the rest of picture day. I'll take the pictures.
Absolutely not. You're not
Why?
invited. You're going to be nowhere.
I'm not going to be there.
Nowhere.
But you come to Cooper's games. I'm ready to pay it forward.
What does that mean?
You're not going to like it.
Cooper didn't play for the Red Sox.
But I would have had no problem if he had done that. It would have
Not
been.
true.
I wouldn't have banned the photos because it's his mom's team. I'm just saying, I'm growing as an individual.
I'm not. I'm not ready to grow.
You've come to Cooper's Little League games. I am willing to come to Cage's Wii Ball games and sit in the stands. And as he hits one, even if it's dribbled in front of the plate, net is high, net is far. It's a cage match.
Got him.
Squad goals.
Cage Brockman.
Let's go, Cage.
I'm sure there are many people out there listening who have been in the same situation as you.
Terrible.
And also me, having fun with it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.